Have you ever been playing the finals and thought to yourself, God damn, this gadget fucking sucks? Well, I know I have. Hi, I'm Funny Mxn, and today I'm gonna present to you the top 10 worst gadgets in the finals season 8. With this list, I hope you leave here today knowing what the absolute worst pieces of equipment to bring in the game are, and hopefully avoid them like the plague. Now, there aren't many gadgets in the finals that I would outright say are fucking garbage or terrible, which is why this list is gonna be a little different than most of the other ones we see here on YouTube. Most finals YouTubers just talk about all the gadgets in general as they are. They don't seem to differentiate the difference between a gadget on the light class or the medium or the heavy class. And that, I think, is a big mistake. Not every gadget functions the same way on every class. So even though you have 5 different grenades that are available on every class, they function differently with every class. So therefore, we're not going to look at all these gadgets in a vacuum. We're going to look at them in context. There aren't many outright terrible gadgets in this game, so the top of the list are going to feature some gadgets that you might very well be using, and that's okay if you're using them. They're just still the best of the worst. Oh, and for those of you that have really strong attachments to your gadgets, if you see something on here and feel like it's a personal attack, don't you worry. It is. Now that we got that out of the way, coming in hot at number 10, we've got the frag grenade on the heavy class. Starting off controversial with this one, don't tell Calms in combo, I put his favorite gadget at number 10. The heavy has 5, okay, count them, 5 different explosive items that they can bring in their loadouts. They have the frag grenade, the C4, the explosive mine, the RPG, and you know what? We're gonna go ahead and count the pyro mines on top of that too, because they do a little explosion when they detonate. Out of all 5 of these explosive items, the frag grenade is the one that I can make the least sense of bringing in the middle of a match. If you're looking for just some quick explosive burst damage, C4 and RPG will get you covered, and you don't have to be standing right next to the person you throw the C4 or the RPG against. If you're looking for area denial, mines will do the trick. You've got 2 of them on heavy. Now, the heavy's frag grenades wouldn't be here at the number 10 spot on the list if they were still in the state they were in a couple seasons ago, where you got 2 of them and they dealt a little more damage and you could one-shot a light with them. Those frags would never have made this list. These frags that we have now, however, belong right here at the number 10 spot. Again, only on heavy though. If you're running medium or you're running light, bring those frags. Bring those frags all day. But if you're playing heavy, pick something else. Moving on to the number 9 spot, we've got the explosive mine on the heavy. I promise this is not a heavy gadget slander video. It's just gonna sound like it for a minute. Now, you have 2 different kinds of mines on the heavy class. You have the explosive mine and you have the pyro mine. One of these mines is powerful enough in itself that you can fully eliminate someone if they're, kind of brainless and stand around for a minute, or if they're just anywhere near low health and they just need a little extra damage to go ahead and push them over the limit back to the skybox where they belong. One of these mines will do the trick. The other one is the explosive mine. Now, these mines wouldn't be nearly as bad if they had 2 charges on them that you could carry at once, but they don't. No. You can put down 2 of these explosive mines, but you only get them 1 at a time. Why in the absolute hell would I pre-order my mines like that? Okay, especially when you're talking about the heavy class here. You are talking about the slowest, chunkiest class in the whole game. There is no way in hot fucking hell I am getting to site before the rest of my team and throwing down an explosive mine and then waiting a whole other 30 seconds for the damn recharge to come up on the explosive mine so that I can toss another one down. Now, some of you in the crowd might be thinking,
but Funny, what if my medium's carrying gas mines? I can't mix gas and fire. It'll cancel each other out.
Correction, the gas mine will get canceled out, but you'll do a little explosion that will deal some damage in of itself, and then you still have the fire burning. So honestly, that's not even as much of a good reason anymore. Now, if you're on medium and you want to carry explosive mines because you don't want to directly combat your heavy's pyro mines, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. But if you're on heavy, why in the hell would you ever carry explosive mines? You literally have C4 and that can full kill a light. An explosive mine can't even fucking do that. All in all, don't pick the weakest explosive gadget on the heavy class. Pick something else. Moving on down to the number 8 spot, we've got the Vanishing Bomb on lights. I'm gonna upset some more people with this one. Invisibility is in a very bad state in the finals right now, okay? If you see me running circles in this clip here around the bots in the firing range with the Vanishing Bomb, that's because they're bots. Any competent player is going to be able to hear you and see you because, spoiler alert, you're not actually invisible when you use Vanishing Bomb or the Cloak, but we're not talking about the Cloak today. That's for a whole nother video. The Vanishing Bomb telegraphs to the entire world, I'm going ghost, and you're not Danny Phantom. Stop announcing it. Not only that, but if you look over here, it leaves a bunch of purple sticky shit all over the walls, and I'm sorry, but if you did that at an Airbnb, you're getting a fucking cleaning fee. I don't care if that shit disappears after a couple seconds. All in all, the Vanishing Bomb I know is used for a lot of escapes, and a lot of people use it to turn their teammates invisible when they don't have access to invisibility. And you know what? That's a valiant effort. If invisibility was in a bit of a better place, the Vanishing Bomb wouldn't be on this list. But it's not, thank God. So it is. All right, now that we've thoroughly upset most of the people watching this video, let's move on to the gadgets that are getting into the territory of you really can't even use this. The first 3 on this list you could actually use in a lot of scenarios and still be successful with. They're just not the best picks. We're starting to get into territory where that is not the fucking case at all, and you should not pick these. Coming in at number 7 on all classes, we've got the Pyronade. Yes, 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 everybody's favorite Molotov cocktail that didn't even get a Molotov cocktail skin until recently-ish. The Pyro Grenade is like the weaker little brother to the Pyro Mine, okay? Especially if you're on heavy, do not ever bring this. I mean, seriously, don't bring it on any class, but especially not on heavy, dude. The Pyro Grenade, if you stand directly in it and don't move at all, can kill any of the 3 classes. The problem with that is that you're relying on someone to be brainless in order to get killed by it. The fire that the Pyronade does not deal enough damage to act as proper area denial, nor does it cause any kind of burst damage when it explodes on someone. Even if you directly impact someone with the Pyronade, it won't do any burst damage and it will only start doing the ticking flame over time damage. That is not a good look, ladies and gents. Why in the absolute hell would I bring the Pyronades when I could either have my heavy bring Pyromine, have them bring the flamethrower, or just go to one of the many orange barrels around every single map and just pop those and throw them where I want them to explode. The fucking barrels even explode. So why am I wasting a gadget slot bringing something that deals less damage and doesn't even block off areas like I want it to? You are seriously so much better off picking literally anything else. Do not pick the Pyronade. And coming in at the number 6 slot, we've got the Gas Grenade. Yeah, I'm just coming for all the grenades today, boys. The Gas Grenade, much like the Pyro Grenade, is the much weaker, much worse version of the Gas Mine. Now, gas gadgets are through and through for area denial. They're not for dealing huge amounts of damage. They're for telling an enemy, no, you don't belong here. Get the f out. And for the most part, gas mines do the job pretty damn well. They're only available on the medium class, but hey, that's a-okay by me. With the gas grenade, we have a couple of different problems here. First and foremost, a single charge, much like the Pyro Grenade, and it takes just as much time to recharge a gas grenade as it does a gas mine. So knowing what gas's purpose is, why the hell would I not, once again, just put gas mines where I want to deny the area for and f off somewhere else to go cover another area and not think about it. Okay, area denial only really works if you're able to deny the area and go focus on another one. If you have to sit there and wait for someone to come into the area where you want to throw the area denial grenade, it's not worth it. And some of you may be wondering,
Funny, why the hell do you have the gas grenade lower on this list than the Pyro Grenade? It doesn't do any more damage.
You may be right about that, but the gas grenade uniquely has the power to kill the shit out of your teammates. I have died to friendly gas grenades more than I have ever died to one of my enemy's gas grenades. Aside from that, you can throw down 2 gas mines and cover a much larger area with your gas than you can with a single gas grenade. So in the end, it's really just not worth it to bring the gas grenades, no matter what class you're running. Bring something else, commit to a better playstyle, and you'll be way more useful to your team. And coming in at number 5 on the heavy class, we've got the proximity sensors. Who the hell told heavy that they were supposed to play James Bond? Whoever did that, jail. The heavy class does not need the burglar alarms. The burglar alarms serve no purpose on the heavy class at all.
Hey, but Funny, we can see when people are coming to us.
Yeah, you can do that with mines too. In fact, the heavy has the best mine in the game, the pyro mine. Why the hell would I bother setting up a burglar alarm that just tells me where you are when I could set up a burglar alarm that hurts the shit out of you when you enter? You know, sure, if you're bringing the spear or if you're bringing smoke grenades with, you can do a whole lot of damage with the proximity sensors when people can't see you. But is it really worth it to base your whole playstyle around staying hidden and hoping that you can see people through the shadows, when also these things are super fucking easy to shoot? Like especially if you're not good at placing them, these things are just the easiest gadget in the world to destroy. So don't do it. Just bring something else. Do damage, get kills, be a better teammate. Tell me, have I thoroughly ruffled enough of your feathers today, ladies and gents? No. It's about to get a little worse. Coming in at number 4, we've got the Gravity Vortex on Light. Now, there are going to be some high-level players out there that have said, the Gravity Vortex is an amazing gadget, it's just a high elo thing. You wouldn't understand, peasant. You know what I think every time I hear that? I think that you're saying that this is so fucking stupid that it shouldn't work, and the only reason it does is because no one would think that anyone would have the audacity to try it. Seriously, the vortex sticks out like a sore fucking thumb. It basically beacons that it's there anytime you throw it down, so anybody with half a fucking brain cell to rub together is gonna go, oh, I should shoot that. Brrrah. Here we go. And then you're out of fucking gadget and you just wasted a slot. And if you use this in high level ranked and you don't get any use out of it, you deserve that loss of RS that you get there. On top of all that, the Gravity Vortex in by itself doesn't even do the job it's supposed to do. Okay, watch this clip back here. These are easy bots. These are the easy f***ing bots in the practice range, and they are still able to steal this box when pulled in by the Gravity Vortex. The whole point of the Vortex is supposed to be to get people off the box and to move things places so that they can't steal the box smoothly. But it doesn't even f***ing do that. It just makes everybody float. We all float down here, Torty. Take it. No. And then on top of that too, with it being a trap gadget where you just kind of remotely activate it anytime you see something going off that you don't want, it doesn't even really do that all that well. If you're using this as a set and forget gadget, you can fucking forget it, because you have to be aware of when people are on the box, and then when people get on the box and you activate it, you then have to show back up and shoot them. Why would you not just shoot them outright? Why would you not just put mines down, or have your teammates put mines down, because, you know, Light ain't got no mines, thank God. Why wouldn't you place an item on the box that deals damage, or just put yourself in a scenario where you could easily access the box to shoot it? I know some of you are going to point me over to Akazo when he's all there with the deagles. I saw a video of his one time where his teammate used a Gravity Vortex and he used C4 to go ahead and get some kills on a box, and that's cool and all, but that requires your whole team to be coordinated around one single trap that you have to hope works, because a data reshaper will come in and turn all of that shit into flower pots, and then you're f***ed. Suck on that, genius. And coming in at the number 3 spot, we've got the breaching charges on the Light class. Baby's first C4 here. These are just fucking awful. Seriously, just awful. Now you may look at the breaching charges and think, wow, 3 C4s on the Light class? That's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing until you realize that they do no fucking damage, they recharge slower than the C4 does, and in order to deal any kind of significant damage, you need all 3 of them. Think about that. You have to hope that somebody happens to stand in your little triangle of triumph just for you to blow them up at the exact right time. And you can fucking forget about it if it's a heavy stepping in that triangle. They're just gonna get tickled by it. On top of that, it will really only full kill a Light. A medium is still going to have a sliver of health that you have to go in and try to fucking burst down. And at that point, why are you not just using frag grenades? Why are you not just using any of the other high damage shit that the Light class has, rather than trying to set someone up to step in front of your baby's first C4? On top of that, it doesn't even really do a whole lot of destruction to the environment either, okay? If you are looking for a gadget that you can carry on Light to go ahead and break the environment down, use the thermal bore. The thermal bore takes a single second longer to break a wall than the breaching charge does, but, and get this, you don't have to walk right up to the wall you want to break with it. And if you're looking at the amount of destruction it does, it's not even close either. Look at this comparison here. The thermal bore will take out damn near this entire side of the building. But a breaching charge placed in a similar spot on this other wall here barely breaks the 4 windows. What are we doing here?
Oh, but Funny, I could just place all the breaching charges and then I can blow up the whole wall.
Congratulations. Yeah, that's great. Have fun waiting 3 minutes to blow up the next wall. It used to be really great in Season 1 when it dealt a lot more damage. I had plenty of times where I would full kill people trying to steal my box just by having breaching charges all over it. But this ain't Season 1 anymore. Wake the fuck up, Samurai. The breaching charges and the C4 is really just a case of coughing baby versus atomic bomb, and you are willingly choosing the coughing baby. Stop it. Get some help. Coming in at the silver number 2 spot, we've got the flashbangs on every single class. Now, the flashbangs got a serious nerf a couple of seasons ago, and they have just been god-awful ever since. In order for a flashbang to even kind of distract you for the full 4 seconds, okay, count them, 4, that the flashbang does when you look directly at it like you're staring at the fucking sun during an eclipse, you would have to be looking straight at it, and in pretty close proximity to it too. The further you go out, the less it does. Oh, and if you decide to just turn around, yeah, well, now you're SOL because your flashbang does nothing. It's not a good gadget, okay? When you bring the flashbangs, you are actively saying to your team, I wish I was playing Rainbow Six Siege. You know who else wishes they were playing Rainbow Six Siege? The poor suckers who got Terminal Attack taken away from them, okay? RIP to all the homies out there who really love Terminal Attack. I wanted to make a whole video about it for you all. I mentioned in my Season 8 review. But it just ain't happening now. There are so many other grenades that you could pick that would actually benefit your team. The flashbangs aren't one of them. Do not bring these. And finally, coming in at the golden number 1 spot, taking our pick for the worst gadget in the finals, Season 8, we have the breaching drill. You thought that tiny little buff was gonna fix this fucking thing? Ha ha ha, you make me laugh. The breaching drill continues to be the absolute worst pick in this game. It does not do any of the things that it says it does well, and the fact that they sped it up and reduced the cooldown means fuck all. Demonstration right here, okay? We have the Tango dummy behind this wall in the house on the firing range. I am gonna place the breaching drill down, and then I'm going to dematerialize the wall where he is and shoot him. I can do that in the same amount of time as it takes the breaching drill to go off, and then afterwards I can just put the wall back and run away. Why in the fuck would I ever pick the breaching drill over the dematerializer? Again, you know where the people who want to play Siege are? They're playing Siege. I want to play the finals. On top of that, we did just talk about how bad flashbangs are, right? Flashbangs aren't number 2 worst gadget in this game for no reason. They're bad. And attaching your flashbang to a big drill that goes, hey, I'm here, does not help it, okay? If you get flashbanged by the breach drill, you deserve whatever comes to you after that, okay? Because I, for one, hear that thing go off and I spin it around and don't f***ing look where it's coming from, okay? It's that easy. So, all in all, the breaching drill is the worst gadget in this game. It's gonna need some kind of serious rework in order to be viable. And until then, I'm probably never going to see this fucking thing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for our list of the top 10 worst gadgets in the final Season 8 today. Dishonorable mentions go to the Defibrillator for having the power to just feed the enemy team in World Tour and Ranked, add to all of our terrible KD ratios, and generally just piss everyone off. And the Data Reshaper. I know I just pointed out a really great way you can use the Data Reshaper to go ahead and get rid of a gravity vortex and all the other mumbo jumbo you can put around the box, but you could also just shoot it, or throw a frag, or literally anything else. Not completely useless though, that's why it's just a dishonorable mention and not on the top 10 list. But anywho, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already for more finals content. Say what's up down in those comments and let me know, what's your least favorite gadget in the game? Do you use any of the gadgets on this list? If so, stop it. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye!